Breaking overnight, a massive house fire and a shooting. Miles apart from each other kept local responders very busy overnight.
And schools in crisis. This morning, the woman in charge of educating your children speaks out on the school transfer drama right here in our area.
And one more day of beautiful, dry weather. Then the storms come back. We'll take a look at your weekend forecast.
You're watching News Channel 5, where the news comes first.
And a very good morning to you. It is Thursday, July 10th. I'm Pat McGonigal. Nicole has a day off.
I'm Sara Dayley, and we appreciate you being on board with us this morning. Pat, how about those Cardinals?
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you, I watched like the whole game on Sunday, and it was really depressing.
They kind of went from slumped
but ever since then
to pumped Colton Wong.
I know. Again, this guy's like a home run slugger.
Whatever little magic stuff they're sprinkling, on the DL and the minors, I think is working.
Little pixie dust.
Yeah.
They should start testing Bree for pixie dust.
I love home run pixie dust. That's a special kind of pixie dust, my friends. Weather-wise.
Also, Fair St. Louis responds to complaints that black entertainers were kept off the main stage Saturday. Some are calling it unfair St. Louis because neither En Vogue or Music Soul Child were on the main stage. St. Louis Treasurer Tashara Jones took to Twitter after En Vogue concert Saturday, raising the question that State Senator Jamila Nasheed voiced a similar opinion about the same issue in a letter to the Fair St. Louis executive director. Now, Fair St. Louis spokesperson says that those daytime acts performed on the second stage were because organizers were anticipating hotter weather. Now, he also points out a number of black artists have been showcased at the fair in the past, including John Legend, Isaac Hayes, Patti LaBelle, and so many more. Pat?
And some new secrets are spilling out about a priest sex abuse case. A series of documents just became public involving defrocked Minnesota priest Joseph Wida. Now, they date back to the 80s and 90s when St. Louis Archbishop Robert Carlson was serving in Minnesota, and they show Carlson knew about some of these allegations as early as 1981. Now, he was working to place Wida in a church as late as 1990. Now, the St. Louis Archdiocese released a statement saying, in part, neither it nor Carlson are parties to this lawsuit.
And here's a subject that could impact those of you living right here in Missouri. Are you willing to pay more in taxes so that Missouri can have better roadways? Well, that's the decision voters will face at the polls on August 5th. Yesterday, the state approved a list of more than 800 projects that would be paid for if the amendment passes. Now, if voters approve the 3/4-cent state sales tax increase, it's estimated at amounting to $480 million annually for the next 10 years for state highways and bridges, also $54 million for local road projects. MoDOT says more money is needed to keep up with the state's aging infrastructure, but some policy researchers recommend a gas tax or maybe toll roads to fund transportation improvements.
Paying for roads by using a sales tax is essentially making people pay for roads based on how much they shop instead of how much they drive. And that's unfair and economically unsound.
Now, one of the major projects includes $85.5 million in improvement on Manchester Road between Hanley and Limburg in St. Louis County. Now, if the amendment is approved, money for the projects would be available next year.
Many colleges and universities are failing to safeguard students when it comes to sexual assaults on campus. That is the conclusion of a massive survey that was released by Missouri Senator Claire McCaskill. Now, it says less than 5% of rape victims attending college report their attacks to law enforcement. And students who go to campus police have a 1 in 3 chance that the officer has not had any training in how to handle sexual assault cases. McCaskill also criticizes schools that let the athletic department handle cases where athletes are charged with sexual assaults. 4:09 right now and heading to the border. The reason this nun is jumping in on the immigration battle.
And we were there as some local veterans returned home from a very emotional trip to see World War II and the memorials for the very first time.
Appeal his conviction and could be eligible for supervised release 12 months after serving time.
And a St. Louis nun is also headed to El Paso, Texas to help those crossing the border. Sister Sandra Straub with the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet spent 6 years as a missionary in South America, and she says she feels called to help in this crisis. But she also says this is a pastoral, not a political mission.
I'm not going down there as a political anything. I'm going down there to be walking with these people who have suffered and walked miles or bus miles. And because I'm a sister of St. Joseph, which says, you know, we are for God and for all God's people, and we're open to the neighbor.
The sister says her stay is open-ended, and another sister from St. Louis in her 80s has been volunteering in El Paso since Monday.
And look at this great scene. People in the airport, as they often do when you see the honor flight guys go by, just move to applause. Now, a Southwest Airlines spokesperson says their employees were, quote, humbled and honored to fly this mission. You know, so often, Sarah, sometimes the airlines get a bad rap for losing baggage or hidden fees, but in this case, boy, you really have to give the old salute to Southwest Airlines.
It gives you goosebumps.
Yeah,
it's just such a great act of kindness, and as they should, you know.
Just, hey, get these guys a new plane.
Absolutely.
So cool. All right, 416, going to the doctor can be expensive, of course, but what about if you're recovering from cancer?
This morning, we've got a breakdown on just how much cancer care will cost you and how you can cut down on all those bills.
And Sarah, is winning really everything?
No.
Yeah, some new experts say definitely not.
I'm an expert.
I'll tell you what, it's everything when it comes to the forecast. That's for sure. We like winning forecasts around here. Sunshine, blue skies, low humidity. I think I hit it out of the park myself. We'll take a look at it coming up.
Welcome back. It's 419, and the cost of cancer care is growing at about 15% a year, and it's expected to top $175 billion in the U.S. by the end of the decade.
So scary, but high-priced cancer drugs are one reason, and a new study out of Insure United Health Group finds that there are other ways to cut costs dramatically.
NBC's Bertha Coombs has more on this story.
The study aimed to cut costs by removing the profit motive to order costly procedures and higher-priced drugs.
All right, from research on cancer to research on competition. Turns out winning isn't everything. A team of exercise scientists interviewed players, coaches, and parents about what makes organized sports fun. And the top 3 fun factors were being a good sport, trying hard, and positive coaching. Winning ranked near the bottom of the list. Experts believe these results are important because most kids quit sports when they say it is no longer fun.
That is one thing I think as my parents, I'm going to carry over as a parent, is that if you commit to something, you do it till the end.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it again. You can stop playing a sport or doing something, but if you've already committed, stick it out, and then from there you can do whatever you want. But I think that's...
And I think in the sticking it out, is committing to the fun.
Right.
Right? Because if you're sticking it out and all of a sudden you realize that you don't have any athletic skill, it's like, well then, I'm a darn good cheerleader. And I'm gonna pump up my team with some solid team spirit.
And everything else. So I think it's a great learning tool.
Hide behind the tall guy.
Yeah.
Whatever you do.
That's a skill in life.
To survive.
That carries over.
Hiding.
Yes.
No. Thankfully, I don't have to hide weather-wise. Yesterday, gorgeous, right? I did good.
Yeah.
Today, repeat.
Okay.
Tomorrow, I blame Mike Roberts. No, that's usually my fallback. It's not going to be that bad. But the heat and the humidity are coming back. It's July.
All right, it's now 424, and more drama for pop star Justin Bieber.
Believers may not want to believe this, but this time his troubles have landed him in anger management.
And it's the big question during the NBA free agent season. Is Cleveland willing to forgive LeBron James? There's one t-shirt that says, yeah. Time to talk some entertainment headlines. More drama for Justin Bieber, Sarah. Did you hear about this?
No, not yet.
Well,
But we're
you're
about to
about
tell
to.
everybody, because it's just like every other day there's something about Justin Bieber. He's pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor vandalism charge for throwing eggs that he said he originally never did at a home in a Calabasas neighborhood. Now, the pop star has been sentenced to 2 years probation. As for Bieber, he was also ordered to pay $80,000 in damages, complete 5 days of community labor, and a 12-week anger management program. Also, stay away from the victim and his family for at least 2 years.
Yeah, and this is always the file video we show of Bieber. You know, it's not very flattering, you know? Just kind of looks like not a very nice kid. All right, Cleveland's like that ex-girlfriend or boyfriend in college that just won't leave you alone, Sarah. Now, a company there is making these Forgiven t-shirts for LeBron James, and underneath the words Forgiven, some say the kingdom restored. Now, it all comes, of course, after the Miami Heat star decided to become a free agent, so every team in the NBA is trying to recruit LeBron James, including Cleveland, to come back.
I'll be interested to see how this pans out.
It would be so cool if he went back to the Cavs, but I really don't think it's going to
It was
happen.
just so much turmoil when he left, and now
know.
they're burning Miami jerseys saying don't come back, and now they've got Forgiven shirts.
Yeah, I don't think he's going there, but we'll see. All right, it's 429.
And you're watching Today in St. Louis.
You're watching News Channel 5.
Well, welcome back. Also, good morning to those of you who are just joining us. It is 4:30 on this Thursday. I'm Sara Dayley.
And I'm Pat McGonigal. Nicole has the day off. Lovely day yesterday. I went to the City Museum. Got up to the roof for the first time, Sarah, on that Ferris wheel.
There you go.
Very cool, you know, because it was agreeable, Bree, to be up on that roof. Today, too, probably.
Oh, I think it'll be perfect today. I'll tell you, the first time I went to City Museum.
A St. Francis County man's facing charges in connection to the death of his son.
That's right. John Henry joins us in the Breaking News Center. And John, authorities say the man supplied his son with heroin and then did not come to his aid when he began to overdose. Is that correct?
That's correct. 19-year-old James Copperman Jr. died a little over a week ago near Bonne Terre.
But right now it is 4:42.
And traffic-wise, if you are heading out the door this morning, we're in great shape. It is still very early. 4:42, but we do have some folks out there this morning, so you can see out near Lambert. If you have a flight out of town, you shouldn't have any problems. Otherwise, there's really no reason why you'd want to scoot out of St. Louis, though.
That's what I'm saying, Sarah. We really have sort of hit weather perfection here, and in July.
And at 4:45 this morning, just your typical congestion. This is pretty light. Not too much going on out there. We also have some of those construction zones that have been active for some time now. So if you are traveling eastbound on 4064 near Kings Highway, the Tower Grove project there are some workers out there. So just make sure you slow down your speeds a bit. We also have some construction going on northbound 270 as you approach Manchester. So just keep those spots in mind. But roads are dry, and believe it or not, Bree said she flipped on the heat. I don't think many of you will do that, but yes, she did.
Total wimp, right? I know, it's so lame. I felt so lame when I did it, but I was like, I don't care. I have 5 goosebumps. I'm going to turn my heat on.
Drink coffee, then go to the gym. You are more likely to lose weight and build muscle mass, Sarah. You look doubtful.
Is that why you're so ripped?
That's exactly. You found my secret. They found trained athletes who took caffeine before working out burned about 15% more calories hours after exercise.
Just explains it all, Pat. Giving away your secrets. Don't let kids get a hold of these things, or these findings rather. Some research shows that playing games on your phone or texting while you are at work can make you more productive. A graduate student at Kansas State developed an app to record how much people use their phones. At the end of each day, the participants wrote about how they felt. The study found people who take small breaks to play a game or look at social media were happier at the end of the day and felt that they were more effective. The students says it happens because the break is a small escape from stress of work, giving people a chance to regroup before tackling a challenge.
Makes sense.
Unless your job is social media.
That's true, exactly, and that's a tough job. All right, 4:49 right now. Can you tell the difference between real and fake?
I probably can't, no.
All right.
And that's why the battle that's happening at the outlet malls across the country is going on right now.
Welcome back. It's 4:52 on Today in St. Louis, and this next story could have you thinking twice before you head out to the outlet malls in Chesterfield, or outlet malls anywhere, really, because some say those outlet malls are synonymous with saving money to score big deals on brand name clothes and expensive handbags.
That's right, Pat. But what if we told you that what you're really getting is a complete knockoff? As
NBC's Amy Davis reports, some retailers are lowering their own standards to get your money.
Coach Kate Spade.
You're really possibly not getting a bargain. You're more likely paying exactly what that product is worth.
I can see your wheels just turning, Pat.
Well, yeah, you think, oh, great, this is like a brand name bag or pair of sandals, but it's actually, you know, whatever. All right, here's some other stories making big headlines on this Thursday morning. Good news at the pump.
That's right, Pat. The gas prices for the year may have finally peaked. Drivers paid $3.67 a gallon on the average over the Independence Day weekend, now the highest since 2008. So now prices are starting to ease back a bit, according to GasBuddy.com. The current U.S. average right now is $3.64 a gallon. Experts say prices at the pump should keep inching down thanks to falling oil prices.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's about time.
I pulled a Bree this morning. I think I have 5 miles left, so I need to fill up.
I'll follow you home.
Well, look at this. Very innovative. We've got to give him credit for taking a chance.
Yeah, sure. And at 7-Eleven, we'll be celebrating its 87th birthday this Friday. I've got a fist pump over there on the edge of the desk. Giving away free 12-ounce Slurpees, as it's done in the past. But this year, the convenience store Giant will expand its freebies offering into the following week, giving out everything from ice cream bars to cookies to free Big Gulps, and anyone who has downloaded their app. And you know what? They have Crystal Light Slurpees.
Yum!
That are sugar-free, you know, if you're kind of watching or maybe diabetic or things of that, and they're really good.
Hey.
I'm down.
Swing by and check them out.
I took advantage. Remember we did the IHOP story a couple days ago? They were giving away 56-cent buttermilk flapjacks. I had me some flapjacks.
You acted on this
I totally
information.
did it. Brock
Yes.
Cole, he had his first buttermilk pancake, and now it looks like he might have his first Slurpee.
Oh.
Maybe a taste of a Slurpee, right? He's as big as a Slurpee. So weather-wise, we're doing really, really nice today. It's another nice day, which is really a treat. I think a lot of us are still scarred from that summer of 2 years ago where we had triple digits for forever. And thankfully, we are not anywhere near that. Although this weekend, the heat indices will be near triple digits. So really important as folks enjoy their Saturday and Sunday to still take it easy, take those breaks, drink cold water.
All right, good advice, Bree. Well, today in St. Louis at 5 a.m. is coming up. Cards are rolling, and Lance Lynn did something last night that only Bob Gibson has done as the Cardinals pitcher.
And Ryan Dane will be live on the levee, or actually towards the levee, with some more information on flooding. We'll see you in just a couple of minutes.